Down and Dirty. Tips and tricks for keeping your plane out of the shop. Starring Steve's Dirty Hands. Today, put it in the crosshairs. Okay, peeps, the hands are back with some pins. Today, drilling tips. So, we have a fuselage here that we're putting rods into for the purpose of making it hard to break. And we want these rods to come out to the tip of the cowl. We want one come out at the tip of the cowl down here at the bottom. That's always a really good idea. But there's nothing there to drill into. So we're going to drill it into some foam somewhere else on an angle. But we do want it to end up at the right place, out right here in the ring of the tip, like all the rest of these are. How do we do that? First, we determine where the ring of the tip is. On this particular one, it follows this line right around the inside of the fuselage here. So it's that far from the edge down here and straight out from there. So how do we find that spot in space? Easy. So we take one of our aiming sticks and we mark it so that it's the same length as this already existing protruding rod. And then we put the aiming stick into the foam where we want our rod to come out. Straight out from there, right? And it wants to come right there. So that's where you're aiming your drill from. And then we're going to aim it at a spot in here. So we take another couple of aiming sticks to delineate the spot that we want it to aim at, which is above this plate here and in a bit from the nut. So now we're going to go from there to there. And we aim our drill accordingly outside of this tape to those spots right there and right there. So I may as well put the drill until it touches some foam, and through I drill. And there's my bit. It's a bit outside of that, so like so. I want to make a groove here. Easiest way to groove it, one of these babies. So I start from the hole and I aim at my aiming point out here, and I cut myself a little groove. This is from a mistake rod that somebody put in. Okay, so that's basically where it goes. I can widen my groove a little bit so I have a little play. So now I try my rod. I take a rod and I put it in my hole and push it through. And I can see exactly where it comes out to. It comes out to right there. I want it to come out to there. So when I'm gluing it, I'm going to put a wedge in here that's going to hold it down like that. And the glue will dry, and that's where the rod will be, right at the inside of the cowl, right at the tip, right at the bottom. And going to some more solid foam than this. And then, actually, you don't even need to measure anything. You can just push it through till the back, right? And grab it where the tip of the mark is and cut it off. Now you have a rod that's cut to length, waiting in your hole to be glued. So on this plane, this is a 3.5 millimeter solid rod. You don't have to put a huge rod in here because, well, it's not going into much. So, you know, the rod doesn't have to be way stronger than the stuff that's holding it. And we'll mark that where it goes so we know that it wants to go up to here when we're gluing it in. We want to put another one in over here. We do the same thing over again, and we get our pair of bottom rods. So straight out from there, and then we want to go to there. And we'll do the same thing again here. So we put our aiming sticks in. We want it to be over the plate here, and we want it to be inside this screw here, a bit away from the screw. We put our shaft of our bit out at the mark, and then we go in until we hit something, which in this case is right there, right? So we're aimed at that one, and we're aimed at that one. And in we go. Beautiful. I think we're creasing through the plastic plate. And the same thing. Now we got a 3.5 millimeter rod, and we'll put it in there. Right, and it comes right out to there with a little help. We'll push it down when we're gluing it. Got to make a little groove there. So we may as well press it into the foam to mark where the groove is going to be. So we mark where we want our groove. It's only got to be in the back here for it to be able to come down like that. And then we cut that out. Cut the little groove. It's a beautiful thing. And we scrape away some more foam so it's down there, and there it is. Goes right down there like that. And then we come out to here, and that's our length. I cut it there. Back in the hole, mark the length where it gets glued up to. And now we are ready. So I have my two bottom rods in. They both want to come down like this when they get glued with a little spacer. Okay, and that's it. That's the whole trick. And we'll see you on the flight line, right?
Woohoo!